on the geometric proofs worksheet number 2. This is good because I actually went through some of these problems in class. I think I went through almost all of them. So it'll be good to record a video over this for you. So this first one, we have a big angle here. What I told them is you should probably get in the habit of labeling your picture. It's not going to be as crucial now as it will be in the future, but just to get in the habit of it. So if I go ahead and show you ABC is 7x plus 2. So here's A, then B, and C. Okay, so that whole entire thing is 7x plus 2. Then we go to ABD, so A to B to D. So that smaller angle is 4x plus 5. And then the last one we have left is DBC, so D to B to C is going to be 2x plus 7. Okay, so then looking at our proof, we have all of those statements rewritten right here. So that is going to be given. And then we go down to our next statement, and our reason is angle addition postulate here. Angle addition postulate is the same thing as segment addition postulate. Just depends on what you're working with. You shouldn't write anything down about segments because in our picture, we're working with an angle. Since we're working with an angle, that's going to be angle addition postulate. All that is saying is this angle in blue plus the angle in green should equal the whole angle, or the angle in orange. So my whole angle is measure of angle ABC is equal to my two smaller ones, which was blue and the green one. So measure of angle ABD plus measure of angle DBC. And then we move down, and all of a sudden I have numbers written. So look, ABC is in yellow. Then it was replaced with 7x plus 2. Then we have ABD here in blue, and it's replaced with 4x plus 5. Then I have in green DBC, and it's replaced with 2x plus 7. Since we are plugging these in for our angles, that is going to be substitution. We are taking these values and putting them in for ABC, in for ABD, and in for DBC. Then ask yourself, how do we go from step 3 to step 4? Well, this all of a sudden becomes an algebraic proof. So if you're struggling with this, please make sure that you're writing your algebraic proofs over on the side so you can show work for them. So 7x plus 2 is equal to 4x plus 5 plus 2x plus 7. So the biggest thing here is to combine your like terms. Okay, so we have 4x and 2x. So 7x plus 2 is equal to 6x. Then 5 and 7. Whoa. 5 and 7. So plus 12. That's exactly what we have here. So what did I do? I combined my like terms, or I simplified. Then what do I need to solve for x? Well, I need to get my x's on one side. So I'm going to subtract 6x over here. 7 minus 6 is 1x. So that's going to be my next step. So then I have x plus 2 is equal to 12. Then again, what do I need to do to solve for x? Subtract my 2 over. So then those cancel and I get x is equal to 10. X x is equal to 10, and I subtract it again to get 10. Now this one's kind of tricky because all of a sudden we just jumped to measure of angle ABD is equal to 4 times 10 plus 5. Well, ABD is 4x plus 5. That's the angle that we're trying to solve for. So instead of this x right here, now I'm plugging in 10 because I just solved that x is 10. So that is going to be substitution. And then my last one, I have to prove that measure of angle ABD is 45. And again, that's going to be simplify because I'm just combining my like terms. Simply simplify. What am I doing? There we go. So the biggest thing here is to recognize that when using simplify, you're combining like terms, you're doing something. Here, a lot of students wanted to say that this was like addition POE or multiplication POE. The biggest difference between simplify and multiplication or addition is with multiplication and addition, you're doing it to both sides of the equal sign. Here, you're not. So that's when you know that it's going to be simplify. Okay, so this one's a really good one. We are given that B is a midpoint. Recognize that midpoint is the halfway point of that segment. Cuts the segment exactly in half. Okay, so it cuts the segment exactly in half. So here B is a midpoint that is given. And then my next statement says AB is equal to BC. Well, let's look at this. AB, right here in yellow, is equal to BC in green. Well, I know that that is true because they told me that B is the midpoint, and a midpoint cuts the segment exactly in half. So this reason's kind of new, but it's going to be definition of midpoint. Because a definition of a midpoint is a point that cuts a segment exactly in half. And that is exactly what that statement is saying. It is now saying that the length from A to B, there in yellow, and the length from B to C in green are equal to each other. And I know that because B is the midpoint. And then we jump down here to AB plus BC is equal to AC. So AB, I have in yellow. BC, I have in green. AC, let's put in this purple. So AC is this whole entire segment. Okay, that is going to be the segment addition postulate. We're working with a segment in our picture. So we're working with a segment up here. And it's saying that the segment in blue, the segment in yellow plus the segment in green has to equal the segment in purple, which is true. And then if you look from 4 to 3, BC now becomes AB. Well, I said that we could do that because I know that AB is equal to BC, so that is going to be substitution. And then AB plus AB is 2AB. That's similar to if I asked you what is x plus x. Okay, we know that x plus x is equal to 2x. That's similar to here. AB is our x, so we're just adding two of the same terms together to get 2AB. That is going to be simplify. And then our last one, given angle 1 and 3 are complementary and angle 2 and 3 are complementary. Remember that complementary angles equal 90 degrees. Okay, they equal to be 90 degrees. So here angle 1 and 3 are complementary. That means that is our given statement. And then we have definition of complementary angles. Well, I just told you complementary angles equal 90 degrees. So that means that angle 1 and angle 3 have to equal 90 degrees. So measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 3 has to equal 90 degrees. Then our next statement says angle 2 and angle 3 are complementary, and that's given to us. That is true. Then we jump down to saying the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 is equal to 90. That is going to be the same thing up here in line 2, definition of complementary angles. We're doing the same exact thing. And then what is this statement? Okay, so this one's kind of tricky. So if I'm going to take statement 2 over here. So statement 2 is measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 3 is equal to 90. And statement 4, measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 is equal to 90. Do you see how they are equal to the same number? Okay, that is going to be classic transitive property. We can go ahead and cut that number out and set our two statements equal to each other. And that's exactly what we have written here. So again, that's going to be the transitive property. And then the last line in my proof always has to be what I am trying to prove. So I know it has to be measure of angle 1 is equal to measure of angle 3. And then how do I get there? Okay, so I know that measure of angle 1 needs to stay. I know that measure of angle 1 needs to stay here. And I know that measure of angle 3 needs to stay over here. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be 2. So those two angles need to stay. Well, I'm left with angle 3 and angle 3. If I subtract measure of angle 3 over here and I subtract measure of angle 3 over here, okay, then they go away. So that's going to be the subtraction property of equality, because I'm subtracting the same term on both sides of my equal sign.